Salam guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be sharing 4 easy recipes for Iftar since Ramadan is right around the corner. First off, we have some crispy cheesy mozzarella sticks. Let's start off by cutting up the mozzarella cheese into 3-inch sticks, and I'm making about 12 sticks over here. Next, get the dry and wet batter ready. For the breadcrumbs, I'm using about 3/4 cup of panko, a teaspoon of Italian seasoning. For the flour mixture, I'm using about 3/4 cup of flour, 1 teaspoon of Cajun seasoning, half a teaspoon of paprika, half a teaspoon of black pepper, half a teaspoon of salt. Mix that well. Lastly, for the wet batter, I'm using 2 eggs and half a teaspoon of hot sauce of your choice, but this is optional. You can skip this part if you don't want it to be too spicy. Beat that well. Once all the mixtures are ready, take the cheese sticks and first coat it with the flour mixture, then the egg mixture, then the panko, and repeat this process once more. Make sure that you coat the cheese well so that it doesn't ooze out when you're frying it up. Place it aside and repeat this for all of the cheese sticks. Once all of them are coated, place them in the freezer for about 30 minutes, or if you don't want to fry them right away, you can also store them in a sealed container until you're ready to fry. In a pan, add oil. While the oil is getting heated, place a paper towel and a rack for after you remove the cheese sticks. Once the oil is hot, you can drop the cheese sticks into the oil one by one and cook them on both sides until it's golden brown. Place them on the rack to cool for a couple minutes and serve them right away. I personally love them with ketchup, but they go the best with homemade marinara sauce. And there you have it, crispy mozzarella cheese sticks. For our next recipe, we'll be making chocolate-covered dates. These are perfect for Ramadan as presents, snacks, or even Eid gifts, and it's so easy to make. Let's get started. For this recipe, all you need is dates, chocolate of your choice, peanut butter, honey, nuts of your choice. I have coconut, walnuts, pistachios, and almonds. I'm making an assortment of these, but you can do however many you like. I also crushed up about 2 tablespoons of each nut to sprinkle on top, which I'll show you guys in a little bit. Starting off, cut the date in half and remove the seed. Place the filling of your choice like almond, walnut, pistachio, and seal it shut. Place a toothpick in the date and set aside. You don't have to place a toothpick, however, it does make things easier when you're dipping the date into the chocolate. For the coconut and mixed nut filling, I added some honey to combine it together, and then I placed it in the date. Chop up the chocolate bar. If you're using chocolate chips, then you don't have to do this. Place it in a bowl on a double boiler and melt the chocolate. Place a teaspoon of oil of your choice. The best is coconut oil in my opinion, and mix it well. If you feel like 1 teaspoon is not enough, you can add a little bit more of the coconut oil so that it's more liquidy. Once it's all melted, dip the date in the chocolate. Make sure to get all sides and place it on a tray with aluminum foil or parchment paper. Finally, sprinkle the crushed up nut on top of the date to match the inside. This will differentiate them apart and you'll know exactly which filling you're having. And there you have it, delicious chocolate covered dates. Next recipe is a popular one in my family, crispy potato wedges. Start by peeling and cutting the potatoes. I'm using about 12 medium potatoes and boiling them until 80% cooked. While the potatoes are boiling, combine all the seasoning together, which is 1 tablespoon of paprika, 1 tablespoon of Italian seasoning, 1 teaspoon cumin powder, 1 teaspoon black pepper, 1 teaspoon garlic powder, 1 teaspoon onion powder, 1 teaspoon chili flakes, 1 teaspoon chili powder, which is optional, half a teaspoon turmeric, 1 teaspoon salt, 1/3 cup of olive oil, and 4 to 5 minced garlic. Combine this together in a bowl. Once the potatoes are boiled and strained, add the spices to the potatoes and toss it together. Place the potatoes on a baking tray and bake at 375 degrees Fahrenheit for about 1 hour and 15 minutes. Flip them halfway and drizzle more olive oil if it looks dry. This will make sure that you get crispy potatoes, and that's it, crispy potato wedges. The last recipe is inspired by Japanese cream sandwiches. It's simple yet refreshing. Start by whisking 1/4 cup of heavy cream until it's thickened. Add 1 tablespoon of Philadelphia cream cheese, 1 tablespoon of sour cream, 1 teaspoon of sugar, and 4 to 5 drops of vanilla extract. Combine it together and make sure the mixture is thick. On a slice of white bread, spread the mixture generously and top it with fresh strawberries or any fruits of your choice. Then add more of this mixture and add another slice of bread on top. Saran wrap the sandwich and place it in the fridge for at least 30 minutes. Slice it in half and enjoy. It's so refreshing, perfect for when you're craving something sweet but don't want something too heavy. These are 4 simple recipes that are perfect for Ramadan. I hope you guys try them out and enjoy them as much as I do. Let me know if you would like me to create more Ramadan recipes. I'll be posting more videos in the following week, so stay tuned for that. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Assalamu alaikum.